everyone, welcome to The Last Drop. I am Chris, thank you for joining me today. I hope you are well and looking forward to this said video on Hermitage Cognac. Big shout out to the main man Vin PF from No Nonsense Whisky. He was kind enough to send me the leftovers from his video he's previously done on Hermitage Cognac. I will link it in the description down below if you want to go and check out his video about these lovely, delightful cognacs. So, without further ado, let's get them all in the glasses and go with the first one. Okay, so I've got them all poured out. I've got my cheat sheet down here, like Vin did. There's quite a bit of information on each one of these cognacs. I'm not familiar with the chateaus that these have come from. I think Hermitage Hermitage? I think they're Hermitage, probably. Frenchy sound. Sort of an independent bottler, so they go into the chateaus and getting the blends and all that from them specifically. It's almost like an independent bottler, if you will. So let's crack on with the first one. This is a 1995 vintage, so some of these got age statements, some of them have got year statements. In fact, I think it's first one and the last one are year statements, whereas the others are all just age statement. So yeah, this one, 1995. This comes from the Grand Champagne region of France, and a chateau called Chez Richon. Sounds cool. This won a gold award in 2019, but obviously it's quite an old thing. Aging wise, it's a 350 litre cask, 6 to 8 months in new and then old Limousin casks, and the cellars are medium damp with natural floors, which is quite interesting. So it's going to be, I've done a tasting from Delamain, and that was really interesting how the progress of the cognac was happening, and also with Hein, where they were doing vintages from different regions. So they distilled the same spirit, put it in a barrel in the UK and put it in the barrel in France, and then obviously over the years, this one I think one was 1986, one was 1985. You could tell the difference between the year's harvests and that real terroir going on, and then you could definitely get the difference of the aging process. So really interesting sort of the information coming from these. This family, small estate, well-known family in the area apparently. They're mainly Agni Blanc, but there is some Volet Blanchet in here as well. So yeah, all these are well out of my price bracket, but let's get a taste of it. Really looking forward to it. So on the nose for this one, we should be getting like delightful aromas of butterscotch, cocoa, cloves and Brazil nuts. That's a very specific nut. Well, definitely the cloves come out for me. The sort of standard raisin element that you get from a cognac, especially of this age as well, is definitely there. It's very deep, very rich. But yeah, there's definitely a nutty element there as well going on. So really, really nice. Let's get to the flavour. Flavour-wise, taste-wise, we should be getting a butterscotch again, walnuts, biscuits, baked apple peel. So again, that's quite specific, not just the baked apple, but that's specifically the peel. And then finishing tones of mandarin and damson. I don't think I've ever had a damson, so I can tell you what if that comes out. Definitely the walnuts coming through there. I would say the baked apple sort of that baked apple spice, so maybe a bit of clove, a bit of cinnamon going in on that baked apple, and that sort of sugary butterscotch element comes through on the taste. Yeah, maybe a very familiar orange note at the end. Really, really nice. 43%, so it's a bit higher than sort of standard bottlings of cognac that you may see, your Hennessy's, your Rémy Martins, all those sort of things. But very, very nice. Quite Moorish, quite enjoyable. Okay, so next up is the 30-year-old. Again, this is bottled at 43%. Again, mainly Agni Blanc, some Follet Blanchet. Again, this comes from Chez Richon. Yeah, let's get a nosing. Nose-wise, you should be getting quite a high level of complexity with mocha, rich toffee, roasted walnuts, and some sweet spices going on, and a hint of pineapple. So a hint of pineapple right up Toby from Whiskey Shed. He loves his pineapple in his drams. But let's go. So instantly that is completely different to the other one. 30-year-old. So it's in comparable age actually, 1995. Almost 30 years ago, isn't it? Yeah. Almost. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? So yeah, it's on that sort of line, isn't it? Again, new and old oak. But a lovely, musty, dusty nose going on in this one for me. Definitely richer toffee going on, so almost like a burnt toffee, but not like you would get the smoke to it, but that sort of deep caramel. A really, really nice nose, really Moorish, you know. I'm just gonna sit here and smell it. There's a sharpness as well, I think, that you get. So maybe that's that pineapple coming through. Really, really nice. Flavour-wise on this one, we're getting rich and nutty spice coffee flavour with that mature pineapple. So following on from the nose, should be getting roughly the same flavours in the taste. So let's give it a shot. Oh, that is deep, rich, and there's just spices going on in there, definitely. That coffee, sort of a nutty coffee, so like you would get a hazelnut latte, something like that. That sort of mouthfeel comes through on the finish more than the initial, whack. Still quite sharp, sort of the pepper spice going on in there as well. Just initially on the tongue. That's really, really nice. I mean, I'll try and link all these in the description down below, but I will link Vin's video down below, and he's got all the links to all of them in there as well. So, but yeah, really, really nice 30-year-old cognac. Have I heard older cognac? I probably haven't, but I've had some really old, some nice old stuff, some 80s stuff from the 80s recently. So the Hein I've had is been this age, and that was very, very nice. And this is very, very nice. I mean, it's not going to be horrible. I mean, it's old cognac. I mean, it's quality stuff. These guys aren't going to bottle anything, rubbish either. So let's go to the next one. Right, so next up is the 40-year-old, which is as old as me. So I just turned 30 a couple of weeks back from this. depending on when this video comes out and depending when you're watching it. But yeah, 40-year-old cognac. So really interested to see what this is like. Again, this won an award, Cognac Masters 2020 Master Award. Lovely colour on it. Beautiful, beautiful colour. Maybe slightly lighter than the last one, but it's cool. What were you supposed to smell in this? Fresh mown grass, pear, oriental fruit, such as guava and lychee. So we're going to have a different, I imagine we're going to get that sort of peachy orchard note going on, which you do get in a lot of cognacs. Sorry, I forgot to say, this is, Grand Champagne again, region-wise, and comes from Gonzac. Definitely a much fresher nose on that. Pear is definitely coming through a lot. And yeah, there is some sort of other fruity notes going there. Not a pineapple, but yeah, some sort of those Asian fruits. So very, very nice. Again, a lot different to the previous one, so very interesting to see how these are different. I don't know what these are. This is purely Ugly Blanc as well, so there's no Furlet Blanchet in this, which the other two have. I'm wondering whether, I can't remember, but I think maybe Furlet Blanchet brings that sort of freshness to the taste. I cannot remember, but obviously if you do remember or do know, please comment down below. Let's get this. So plums, vanillas, pear, and that sort of dried citrus going on at the end. Very nice mouthfeel. Not as sharp as the others, so that age is bringing that smoothness more. Really enjoying the nose. It's got that sort of great grassiness going on, and the pear. That's really, really nice. It's a bit higher ABV actually, I think. Yeah, 44%, so 1%. Not sure how I picked that up, but yeah, it does feel a bit hotter. Let's have a look at a bit more info on this. Yeah, it's had a very, very small reduction in the strength. And yeah, plums, vanillas, all that sort of thing. Really, really nice. What more can you say about a 40-year-old cognac? 40-year-old even. To the next one. Right. Starting to get into the big boy stuff now. Not that, I mean, a switch between 40-year-old and 50-year-old is a big leap in cognac age, but we don't know. Let's go with this one then. So this is a 50-year-old cognac. It comes from the Petit Champagne region, and it comes from Réau Chateau. So region-wise, it comes from Yonzac and Archiac, and is presented at 41%. So, although this says 44%, my notes say 41%, so not too sure what's there. But this aroma should have leather, pears, walnuts, and kumquats. I think I tried a kumquat once, and that was probably about 25 years ago, so halfway age-wise in this. So yeah, instantly you get that leather note, and the pears come through very, very nicely. I'm not picking up any walnut in there, but there is a different citrus peel note going on as well. So Really, really nice. This is distilled at the top end of the range, about 71.5 degrees apparently, in a 25 hectoliter still. Hectoliter? That's not the right word. HTLR. I don't know what that acronym is, or abbreviation. Flavour wise, it's gonna have, should have pineapple, guava, melon, marzipan, so an almond note going on maybe. That should be interesting. Pistachio, turmeric. Turmeric can be quite overpowering, and that sort of citrus mandarin finish by the sounds of it as well. So let's have a taste. Cheers. Oh yeah. You can just tell if something's just bloody good, you know. I mean, these have been really good, really, really nice cognacs, but this, god damn, this is good. This is proper good. Oh, and as well it should be, 50-year-old cognac. I think it's priced at like £500 a bottle. There or thereabouts. But very, very privileged to be able to try this. And again, thank you, Vin, for sending these to me. Really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you, Hermitage, for sending them to Vin. That nose, that leather effect going into that very fruity, very fragrant, and then that mandarin coming in at the end. Lovely mouthfeel, really, really nice. That is thoroughly one of the best cognacs I've tried ever, hands up. Yeah, anything else on this? Distilled water when necessary over a period of a year. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but whatever. The viticulture is a top growing area of Petit Champagne. The soil is chalky and porous. There are gentle slopes and the chalk substrata is at various degrees of density. Climate is temperate with only very light frosts in winter. See, now with the chalky area of the Chanteray, Grand Champagne, Petit Champagne, the border region, I've always wondered, because obviously, tectonic plates and shifts in countries over the thousands and thousands of years that the Earth's been developing, obviously they've got in the south, roughly the same, or south of England that is, roughly the same sort of chalkiness going on. So I'm wondering whether you could plant some Agni Blanc in the South Downs and then maybe produce something very similar to cognac, because you're getting that same, it's not as warm obviously, but soil wise, grape wise, it might be quite good. I don't know, just a thought. Somebody might want to check out that and send me a sample once they've done it. To the next one. Right, so next one is a 1960 Grand Champagne. This one had the least amount in the bottle, so I'm guessing that Vin liked this one the most. This comes from Ville Ancienne. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong. I am no good with French names. This one has aromas of tobacco, sour plum, licorice and roasted coffee apparently. It's been aged for 50 years and then bottled like 10 years ago. So yeah, that's bottoms up. Cheers, Vin. Definitely getting licorice. The tobacco is definitely there as well. There's definitely a rich, it's more savoury element going on to this one, I think. Yeah, that tobacco is quite prominent now. Not as much fruit as the others, so that's really interesting on the nose. Yeah, flavour-wise on this one, should be getting an initial burst of dark chocolate, a host of different flavours apparently, including pork crackle, so that'd be interesting. Licorice again, and marzipan, turmeric, and kumquat coming through as well. So again, didn't quite get the turmeric, but definitely getting that citrus kumquat-y note on the back end of a lot of these. So maybe that's their signature that they're trying to go for. But yeah, pork crackle. Let's see if we can get that. God, that nose is intoxicating, man. So apologies. So again, this is Ugly Blanc. What percentage is this? A bit higher, 47% in this one. I need another sip, sorry. Pork crackling. So I think I know what they mean. There's a fattiness. So those oils are creating something going on in my mouth. Could be the power of suggestion, I don't know, but definitely there. Dark chocolate. It's that creamy sort of, almost a bitter note coming through. I would say tobacco comes through on the taste as well, to be honest. I'm going to finish this one. Cheers again. Cheers, Vin. Very light licorice going on. I'm not a big fan of licorice, so I can pick out that quite a bit. You always pick out stuff you hate. But yeah, really, really nice. Wouldn't say it was my favourite actually. I think the 50-year-old is definitely my favourite. Just something about it. Something deeper, richer maybe. That leather. Maybe I like licking a bit of cowhide more than I do tobacco. Who knows? But yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely cognac. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Really interesting cognacs, lovely styles going on. Maybe a little underlying, I don't know what you call it, signature that they're trying to get at the end there with the kumquats and the mandarin. But yeah, fantastic cognac. Again, thank you, Vin, for sending them to me. Really, really appreciate it. These will be listed. I'll list Vin's video down below again, like I said. But he's got a list of all of them there as well, so you can go and purchase them if you do. Also, check out Brandy Classics .com, I think it is. But yeah, just Google Brandy Classics. They've got them all on there. They've got a massive selection of Hermitage Cognacs on there as well as other cognacs and Armagnacs. So yeah, really, really good website if you want to try and source these ones. But yeah, they're all worth trying. They're all worth buying a bottle. Unfortunately, they're all a bit out of my price range, unfortunately. But if I ever see one in a bargain bin, I will be sure to pick it up. Not that you'll probably ever see one in a bargain bin. But yeah, again, thank you for joining me. Please hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Hit that subscribe button too, just so you can get more cognac and whiskey related cognac. Doing a lot of fun stuff with whiskey stuff at the moment, and trying to be a bit more serious with cognac maybe. But yeah, we'll go from there. That's the last drop.